Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and we're back with one of my favourite new decks. It is the Blue-White Wizard Tempo list, so without further ado, let's get into some ranked matchups, and I will see you in the games. It's going to be 2 games this time, because one was a little shorter than I expected, by the way, so, yeah, enjoy 2 matches this time. Alright, see you in the games, guys. Alright, we're in, and this hand looks really good, actually. As long as Naban actually sticks around, I think we're going to do some pretty disgusting things. Other than that, though, just getting a normal Bolus and a normal Deputy seems perfectly fine, to be honest. On the draw, though, let's see what we're up against. Opponent's already gone down to 6, and keeping on top. Okay. Blood Crypt, so maybe another Grixis matchup. It's possible. Could be Aristocrats as well, maybe. Now, it is indeed the Grixis matchup. What do you go for here? Goes after Teferi. Seems fair. So we get down to Bar next turn, but I'm imagining it's going to die. There's a decent chance we draw a Dive Down, but other than that, we're not really going to be able to protect it. So I think I'm just going to take the greedy line and just go for this Naban on the off chance that we get Augur of Bolus, double trigger into Dive Down. Maybe our opponent leaves Naban alone. Unlikely, but worth a shot. Oh. What do we go after now? Deputy? Deputy gets rid of 4 mana Bolus next turn, if that's what they're going with. Wizard's Retort is their answer. Alright, well, we get to go Augur of Bolus, leaving up 1 blue mana, hopefully hitting Dive Down off of one of these 2 hits. We've got a Portal and a Whiff, unfortunately. Alright, not great, unfortunately for us, but we get a Portal on the Augur of Bolus later, I guess, if it lives. Again, this doesn't particularly matter. My opponent might be missing their land drops, leading off with a Thought Erasure like that. No? Okay. Alright, so let's go with the swing. And play our land. I think we go with the Portal. Do we go with it now? Doesn't particularly matter, I don't think. They know about the Portal, so they're always going to be responding to it. I guess maybe I'll just force them to respond to it, because if they go after the Naban, then I'll want to keep that safe. We'll miss out on a bit of Portal value there, of course, but it is what it is. So, Discovery Surveil 2, keeping both and drawing one of them. Okay. That's usually not great, but I imagine... Oh. Going Cry of the Carnarium. Well, it's a shame we don't have the Teferi's Time Twist, but I'm going to get some Augur of Bolus value out. Whiff, fortunately. Going to have to hit the spacebar, because that's bugged for some reason. Ooh, Wizard Retort. I might actually counter this. Yeah, I think I'll counter. There are a lot of wizards I could draw off the top that'd be really nice. Glacial Fortress. Alright. Yeah, because now what I've got is another Augur of Bolus on the Justicia's Portal. I probably should have Exclusion Mage there, actually. Got ahead of myself a little bit. The Devil. Okay, well, save him. Got to keep that value going. Looks like we're about to get some decent value in the Elite Guard Mage as well. Let's gain 6 and draw 2. Land and Deputy of Detention. Alright. Well, let's get swinging. And I think I just hold the land for discard purposes. Can't play anything, so... Tap land for our opponent. We get a land. Take our opponent to 2, and honestly there's nothing really I need to do here. We've still got lethal through Cry of the Carnarium. Disinformation Campaign, okay, gets rid of the island, and this needs to be better than that. Cry the Carnarium and they're out. Oh boy. Alright, Grixis. Oh. Time to meet you again on the battlefield. Right, so we've played this matchup before. In fact, I've played this... this will be my third time playing it, and I've won every single time. So it actually seems like a decent matchup, except for the bounce on the Exclusion Mage in game 1 on like 4-mana Nicol Bolas. You don't really want to be doing that. But yeah, what we know is Teferi is pretty good. Dovin's Vetoes are pretty good. I did end up only running 2 last time, so I might still do the same. Let's go down an Exclusion Mage. We want to keep a few in just in case this particular player is running Thief of Sanity. And I guess we go down... I could actually, with Cry the Carnariums in their main, I could actually see Teferi's Time Twist being a little bit better for board wipe protection. So let's do Justicia's Portal and the Omen Speaker and just run it like that. Pretty sure this is exactly how we had it before, so let's go. Alright, a 1-lander, so we can't really take this, unfortunately. If we manage to get a land, though, we could do Naban, probably dies into Augur of Bolas. And, yeah, got a Time Twist. It's close, but no cigar on this one. And this one's much better. Alright. So my opponent's probably wanting to take care of Naban as quickly as possible. Justicia's Portal. I think we can take it. It's at the very least a redraw off of Flickering Bow, the Augur of Bolas. So Hallowed Fountain tap. Let's see if we get Thought Erasured. Tap land for our opponent. Okay, well, let's just run out Naban now, I think. Because he might have a Thought Erasure here, and if he did, he had bad mana. So, yeah. I'm losing Naban out of my hand, or I'm losing it from a removal spell in play, so... Can't really fight either one. At least we have the chance for a double Augur of Bolas here if they do go for my hand. Just a discovery. Oh, wow. Okay, so dive down is going to be really good if we can get it off the Augur. Dumps an Angrath's Rampage and a Nicol Bolas. Really wanted those lands. Okay. So, Island, Augur. Let's look at 6 cards and see if we can draw 2 of them. Dive down. Great. Fantastic. And a whiff on that one. Okay. So it's as though we just got a normal Augur bit of value there. Just with more consistency thanks to Naban. Thought Erasure. Yeah, sure. I imagine they're going to take the dive down. I'm a little worried that they might remove something, but they've been struggling on lands, so... Going with the Portal to prevent us from getting another ETB. Yeah, if they had the removal or the land to play land into, like, cast down, they would have done it already. Oh, that's a tough one. I think we want to go Island Augur here and look for Wizard's Retorts and Dovin's Vetoes. Dovin's Veto. And a whiff. Okay. Again, just a normal Augur of Bolas there, but really good hit on the one Augur there. It's pretty good. Alright, so now facing down 4 points a turn. We are going to veto this, because that's probably what they're going to take anyway. This way we can get rid of the Surveil. Guard Mage is our play here, so we want to see blue land, so we can hold open the dive down. So, gain 6, draw 2. Well, we got a Wizard's Retort and the wrong colour land. That could really come back to bite us. But take them to 11. We've got some Cry the Carnarium survivability here. We only lose Naban at the moment. Angrath's Rampage. Make us sacrifice an Augur of Bolas. And I don't see how we could possibly lose at this point now. We've got Wizard Retort backup. Our opponent's been mana screwed to death. We're hitting for 5 and presenting lethal with the Exclusion Mage. Wizard's Retort and dive down backup. That's not true because it tapped all my blue. God dang it, Magic Arena. It shouldn't matter. But if it does, I'm going to be so mad. It does not matter. Wizardry taught the Ritual of Soot. And that's the shortest defeat Grixis control can have against us. Good God, that was quick. And yeah, we rank on up. Whew, boy. Well, this might end up being stitched onto the end of another video, because that was real short. I'll have to check down on the time on that one, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, hit that little bell icon so you get notifications when I go live in the future. If this is as short as it is, then there's going to be a video right after this one. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Okay, on the play, we've got a one-lander. Great. Great, great, great. So, if it was a two-lander, like no elite guard mage in this hand is awesome. We could YOLO it and see if we can get a land, because honestly, 3 2-drops makes this somewhat playable. As long as we get a land, and it's basically a coin flip. YOLO. Well, let's do this. Tap land, go. Show me a land. What are we up against? Well, it looks like Esper Control, Esper Super Friends, Esper Midrange. One of the Esper variants that's got Teferi in it. We miss our land. We're getting punished. What do I want to show them? I'll show them Kazmina, I guess. I don't want to give them too much information. So, just pretend I'm Esper Super Friends. Oh, I know what this deck is. This is a combo list built around Tashar and Infinite Looping. So this is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a Goldfish deck, so if I can Exclusion Mage and bounce all of their progress, we could be in a good spot. So we're going to play down to Marn so we can Omen Speaker and set up the top 2 cards of our deck. Teferi Time Raveler. Alright, got the same plan, unfortunately. So they should mill themselves. No. If it's the deck I'm thinking of, that was a punt.
I have a plan.
You want to mill yourself because they have Rona in here to bring back legendary permanents. And therefore, when you put the permanents in play, they're all your combo pieces. So that's what you should actually be going for. Do I want to replay in a barn, or do I want to play my own Teferi? I guess I want to play my own Teferi.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Alright, bounce the Excavate.
I'll protect you.
Yeah, ultimately, milling us is the win con, but they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They want to actually mill themselves first, and then when they've got their infinite combo established, that's when they go for it. Oh, they're just doing Psychic Corrosion as well. So it's not actually the exact combo I was thinking it was. Interesting.
This might be
Alright,
a bad
Naban.
idea.
Let's get some double augur action. Show me all the counter spells in my deck. There's one. There's a time twist. Okay. The race is on. Joke's on Teferi, most of my creatures are actually ETB based. But yeah, we just need to find a Deputy Detention for the Psychic Corrosion, and we can't... I don't think we can lose from that point forward. Because we can just flicker the Deputy and get the next Psychic Corrosion that they play. Enter the God Eternals. Alright. Well, it looks like double Exclusion Mage. Yeah, sure.
That didn't pan out.
No, it did not. You're absolutely right, Teferi. It did not pan out. Play Islands, Exclusion Mage, bounce, bounce, with counter backup.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Question becomes, do I actually even want to counter backup? I guess I do. Yeah. There goes one Deputy. Actually, have we lost 2 already? Yeah, we've lost 2 of the 4 required for this matchup to go well. No graveyard recursion for us. Tyrant Scorn, okay. There goes Naban. Can't react to it because Teferi Time Raveler. So we need their Teferi out of play, which needs another Deputy Detention. And Ashiok. Alright. Yeah, I think they've got too much on us, to be honest. Halfway through our deck, we haven't
Here we go.
actually pressured them at all, and they've got a Teferi minus. I think I'm ready to scoop this one up. Yeah, I can't race this Psychic Corrosion, especially if I'm just going to get all of my deputies milled before I get a chance to actually play them. Okay. That's all I need to see. So there's a lot of non-creature stuff in here, so we can bring in the Dovin's Vetoes, and we can bring in the Spell Pierces. Teferi Time Raveler comes in, because they're going to be playing instants and sorceries and things like that, so we'll force them to play on their turn. As far as cuts are concerned, most of the creature interaction is unnecessary. Exclusion Mage, don't really care. Kazmina is also one of those things that I'm not that fussed about. Let's go down. Are they gonna? They're probably gonna bring in board wipes, aren't they? So Teferi's Time Twist actually has some value. Let's go down the Omen Speaker. Maybe one dive down? Yeah, I could go down one dive down. And one portal. I think that might be how we run this one. Naban looks really good with Deputy. He's easy enough to protect, and yeah, finding Augur to get all of our counter magic is key to winning this one, I think. Yeah, okay, run it like that. Alright, on the play, 3-lander with a Naban, but no other creatures. We do have counter magic and protection though. I think I can take this just with Spell Pierce being a thing. Opponent going down to 6. It's nice to see a unique deck on the ladder, even if it does include Teferi. It is what it is. Eventually you've got to fold and just play all the Teferis. Let's play Naban. If he dies, so be it. If he doesn't, we've got Spell Pierce and Dive Down, and Time Twist to protect him. Sweet. Can we stop drawing lands? Anytime. So we got the Spell Pierce for the next turn's Teferi. Which, yeah, we want to dive down Naban here to stop that. And then Spell Pierce for 3 mana Teferi. Can't let that resolve at all. Oh, and also can't let that resolve. Oh, that's a good one. Elite Guard Mage, gain 6, draw 2. We're kind of helping our opponent with the mill plan, but at the same time we do technically still need cards in hand, so... just gotta dodge a bullet here. Hope we don't see anything too grim. Sweet. That is solid. Okay, so let's do Augur of Bolas, see if we can find some counter magic. Thought Collapse. Okay. Well, we would have hit a portal. We know that much. Okay. Well, they're down to 12. We have board wipe protection with Teferi's Time Twist. Looks like they're just playing a counter game. Okay. We'll play your counter game. Won't play anything worth countering. Play more islands. Pass the turn. Got the Flicker in response to removal. Search for a Scanter. Sure. Looks like they're going to end step, so Flicker Guard Mage here. So we can get ours back on their end step. With an extra power. And a draw 2 and gain 6. Gain 6 obviously being largely irrelevant. Wizard Retort I think means that we just win. Play Kazmina.
Read my instruction and focus on what matters.
Get rid of our spare Naban. Would have been nice if the game hadn't have tapped the way that it did. Otherwise we would have had dive down plus Wizard Retort here. Perfectly doable, thank you, Auto Tapper. But I guess if they're only out, they don't even have double black here, so I don't have to worry about a board wipe. So it looks like dive down's just enough here. It's also really expensive for them to cast that, so yeah, cool. Alright, that went really well. We had a few creatures down and we managed to keep them safe. That's the idea of this list. Let's see if we can do it again. We have got all of our counter magic. Silent Gravestone wasn't relevant. Time Wipe wasn't relevant. Trancing Melody wasn't relevant. Didn't need the extra life from the Guard Mage. Didn't even need the extra flicker from Portal. Dive Down was a bit useful there, but I think having more counters is more useful in the long run. I could maybe see going down the Guard Mage for another Dive Down perhaps, just protect what we've got. And go for the little creatures. It's potentially a good plan. I don't know. I think it's fine. I'm sure we'll run well enough again. Alrighty then, 3 lands, no counter magic, but we're on the draw with a Teferi and an Augur of Bolas. So opponent plays 1 card. Comes to us, we play 1 card, they play 1 card. Comes to us, we Augur, they play their Psychic Corrosion, we are tapped out. That's the problem. I really want the Spell Pierce for that reason, but we don't have it. I don't know if I can not take this hand though. It's still a decent hand, I just don't know if it's a decent hand against what our opponent is doing. That's the problem. I'm going to keep it though. We do have some top decks of course as well, which could help smooth out the math a little bit there. Like if I just draw Spell Pierce, that would be wonderful. Wizard's Retort, unfortunately, is not Spell Pierce, which means it's as good as not useful. Alright, well, play Augur of Bolas. Just hope they don't drop us Corrosion on us. Wow. That's a wow from me, dog. There go 2 of my 4 Nabans to the bottom of the deck. Ooh, they didn't play their stuff. We could actually Teferi, bounce Searcher's Canter. Or we could just hold open the Wizard's Retort. It's a tough call on that one, actually. Because we could actually, if we don't end up using the Wizard's Retort, we have the portals on our Augur just to turn these into something different / better. They don't have double blue right now, so I might not have to worry about that. And we can bounce Searcher's Canter, which is a pretty big tempo swing for us. Yeah, I think I can go with that. Oh, you got a counter spell. Looks like they got a veto or negate. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That didn't end up panning out the way we wanted to then, I guess. Dumps a Narset. Yeah, it doesn't have double blue in their hand. It's a big no-no for them, unfortunately. Well, swing for 1. Player Island, we've got Portal plus Wizard Retort. 3. Yeah, if we'd have just managed to get Teferi down and bounce the Searcher's Canter, I think by the time Psychic Corrosion came down, Teferi would have been able to bounce eventually. Ignite the Beacon. I think I'll say absolutely no to that. To go get Ashiok and Teferi and we cry. But at least we get to Time Twist, turn this into a 2/4, and see if we can replace it with a better card. Counterspell. Ah, Deputy. Oh, that's a stinger. Why is it always... Augur, you've been disappointing me recently. The math is fine on Augur, post sideboard. It's just we've been getting very unlucky with it. Down to 5 cards on Search for Cantor right now. And there's Teferi.
Longer. Stand by and watch.
Well, let's see if...
That's more like it.
Yeah, they flicker Augur. So we're going to play the Guard Mage in hopes that we get to kill Teferi. It doesn't really matter what we get there, because sorcery speed is a thing that we have to play on now. I guess I could go with the Augur of Bolus, just so I've got more pressure. Another portal, okay. 5 cards. Yeah, we should hopefully have the kill on Teferi here. And then we're free to flicker, but if they've got any removal, we could be in trouble. They've already shown us they've got some pretty expensive removal spells for our creatures. As well as Tyrant Scorns, which can hit the Augur, but not actually the Elite Guard Mage, so we've got that going for us. But yeah, if we see, like, Enter the God Eternals, I think we're in a lot of trouble. What? I guess I'll take it? Eh? I don't understand that. I guess maybe they had bad cards in hand, they were going to lose their Teferi, and then we get to flicker the portals. So I guess maybe, to be honest, if these 3 cards were really bad, we were actually in the upper hand there. We didn't really know what they had. But yeah, if we could find an answer to Search for Cantor in the next few turns, which portal on the Guard Mage doubled up is probably enough to find a Deputy Detention, something like that at least, or a Teferi of our own. If we manage to find that, take out Teferi, take out the Search for Cantor, and leave them with nothing, we're in a really solid spot from there. All we need to do is draw counter spells and we just win the game. So it could actually be a winning matchup for us there, but I just don't understand the early scoop, to be honest. It is what it is. I guess their hand was bad, but yeah. I guess that's going to do it for the end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps out the channel a great deal. I know it's a bit cringy YouTube stuff, but yeah, it really does help out massively if you do like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, all that jazz. I mention it for good reason. Thanks very much for watching, guys, anyway, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.